Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Gringo Cuts. So what we're going to be doing here is a wave cut with a number 2 guard with the grain, and then we're going to do a high ball taper on the sides and the back. Hey, I want to give a shout out to Sheer Fades for getting me to wanting to use these Octanes. Man, I love them, so I appreciate him. And you don't have to use my technique. If you like anything from it, just put it into your own perspective and use it. Enjoy. So what we're doing is a number 2 blade with the Oster Octanes. I'm going with the grain, and I'm not pressing hard. I'm just pressing normal. I'm resting it on the head and going with the grain. Now I'm going to knock it down on the sides, make sure everything's even. I'm going to go ahead and make my first skyline with the triple Ott. So when you're doing a high tape, you want to take it from the top of the temple down to the ear right there. Make sure everything's nice and even, because this is how your fade's going to come out. It's got to be nice and clean. Second guideline is a 1 blade against the grain. I'm going to go about 1 inch. From here, I'm going to switch to my magic clips open and stay a little bit under the line, and I'm going to play with the lever to blend it out. So I'm going to go from open, then I'm going to switch it down to about halfway right here. Keep blending it. I'm always going to use my corners. I don't want to leave the blade flat to create another line. Then I'm going to go ahead and close it and finish that out right there, and then it's finished. I'm going to finish balding with my slim lines, clean up all the space. Now I'm coming in with my second guideline, a 1.5 blade. I'm going with the grain because I like to lay the hair down because he has waves. So now I'm going to move up another guideline with the 1.5 still against the grain, about another inch. Also, make sure you're consistently brushing the hair and make sure it's laying down. I somehow misplaced my 1A blade today, so I'm going to fade with magic clip 1 open. I'm going to move down from the top of my guideline. I'm going to play with my lever about halfway, blend some bulb, and then move to clipper close. And I'm going to keep pressing lightly and just keep using my corners. I always want to use my corners when I'm fading. That little bulk line right there, I'm going to use my corner with the half guard. I'm going to put it halfway and keep flicking that line out until I get it to where I want it to be. I'm going to play with the lever. I'm going to close it as well. Now I put back on my 1 blade. I'm just doing little corner touches here. I'm pressing super lightly. With these detachables, you do not want to put pressure. It's going to put lines in. Now I'm moving back to my clipper open with my magic clip, and I'm doing a little corner work. Just light spots here and there. I'm back with my 2 blade going with the grain to lay the hair back down. After I get it nice and laid down, I'm going to go against the grain and get rid of that bulk line. With the 1.5, I'm going to go with the grain on the magic clip. It's just a little bit lighter than a 2 blade. I'm doing this to lay the hair down, and then I'm going to run. I like to call it run the rack. I'm going to switch back down to my next guard, which is the 1. And I'm going to lay the hair down even more. It's going to take a little bit more off than before. Also, remember everybody, I'm pressing lightly. I'm not putting any pressure. So I see a little bit of a bulk line, so I'm going to go back to my 1.5 open magic clip and just flick out the line using the corners once again. Once you're comfortable with using these are my favorite clippers. You know what pressure and what weight to use on them. So I press a little bit harder here and there because I know how to use it, but I'm still always using the corners. So just play around until you get a comfortable feel for it. I'm gonna move back down to my one halfway open, use my corners to flick out. This is all cleanup work here, everybody. This is all just technique. I already finished my steps. And I'm just gonna go and I'm gonna perfect this fade right here, and that's all I'm doing. Play with the lever. Once again, I'm switching down guard, so I'm going like a ladder motion. Highest, middle, smallest, and I'm always using my corners. So the lower the guard, the lower I'm going down on the fade. So I went from fading up to fading down. And that's how I clean up all times. It's almost like cross-checking my work. Using the corner of my trimmer, I'm going to create my outline around the ear. Hey, check out the beat though. This is my favorite band, Suicide Boys. Feeling it, feeling good. Doing cleanup work with the 1.5 blade, going with the grain, just laying it down to clean up a little bit around the ear. It was a little too bulky for me, so I'll go back and clean up a little bit. I'm playing with the corner of my clippers at all times right here. It's definitely around the ear area too. This could make or break a taper. I'm pressing real lightly. Okay, to start off the back, I'm just gonna lay the hair down again with the 2 blade, with the grain. Then we're gonna move into our guideline. With the 3/0, I'm gonna go right under the occipital bone. I'm gonna create my first guideline. I'm gonna ball it out real nice and even. Hey, right here, turn your speakers up. This beat is about to be fire right here. Enjoy this. Now I'm just purely balling out with my slim lines. I don't use the shaver of my client, he bumps up. Moving into the 1 guard, I'm going with the grain just because I like to lay it down a little bit. Now I'm gonna go against just about 1 inch again, just like how we did before. Same steps. After you get that guideline nice and even, I'm gonna go back with the open with the magic clip. Stay under that line that we created. I'm gonna fade it out, I'm gonna play with the lever halfway, blend that out, nice corner, nice little flick with the wrist. Nothing too crazy though. And now I'm gonna create my next guideline with the 1.5. So I'm going with the grain again, and once again I'm laying the hair down, and I'm gonna go up another inch with the 1.5 blade. Make sure you're doing a flick out motion when you're always using these blades. You don't want to create another line that's not necessary. It's a flick out motion every time. I have a 1 guard open, flicking out. I have it halfway actually. And then once I blend out that halfway, I switched to a closed. Now I put on my half guard. I have that halfway open. I'm gonna flick out that bottom line using my corners. I'm gonna keep brushing to lay the hair down nice. Then I'm gonna switch to it closed after this line is done being blended. Just a process, guys. What's challenging about this client's hair is his hair kind of grows up right here in that little ridge in there. So I kind of have to like keep brushing it and hitting all different angles just to make it blend. So this is a little challenging for me. Got the 1.5 guard, just laying the hair back down before I switch back over to my detachables. Now I have the number 2, I'm going against the grain. And I'm I'm basically I'm almost done with the fade right here in the back. I'm just getting rid of that bulk. After this, I'm gonna put on my 3.5 and just finish up a little bit, and then the rest is just gonna be touch-up work. This is why we call it touch-up work. I see a little line, so I'm gonna throw my 1.5 back on and super lightly just use the corner. I'm gonna flick it out. I'm gonna keep brushing. Whatever I see, and if my 1.5 doesn't take it out, I'm gonna move back down to a lower guard. This is the last cleanup part of the back taper. I just see a little bit of bulk at the top up there. So using my corners and brushing the hair and going with and against the grain, I have on my biggest detachable, which is a 3 3/4. It's about equivalent to a number 3 close on a magic clip. And I'm just cleaning up areas that I don't like. Yo guys, so you already know the steps and how I do it. Just take this time just to relax and enjoy, have fun watching the video, and just keep paying close attention to the small detail and the touch-up work. He has some dark curls up in the front, and he also has light spots on his corners. So what I like to do is take the 1.5 blade and go on lightly with the grain just to knock down some loose hairs so that it all looks even. It doesn't look thick in the middle and weak on the sides. Product alert, this is black solution spray. I think it's called Razor Lineup. It's so much lighter than a spritz and it's not as sticky, but it makes it so much crispier. Y'all need to try this and love it, man. So you just put it on lightly, you brush it down, get the hair stuck, and then you blow dry it just real shortly, and watch this hit, man. After this, you don't even need shave gel or nothing, you just go straight into the razor. I don't have my slim lines gapped at all. These are just natural out of the box. I just like creating like a soft guideline. I always kind of leave it kind of natural at first, and then I go back with the razor, and that's when it comes to life. And then I use my hitters at the end just to make it really pop. He's a little light in this corner, so I'm going to try as hard as possible not to push this back at all. I'm going to leave it nice and natural. And then at the end, since he has a little bit of missing hair in the front, or else we could call it a little bit lighter, we are going to apply some enhancements at the end with the air compressor. So when you're using the straight razor, you want to stretch your skin, just do a light guide. Let the razor do the work. Don't put any pressure, because that's when you're going to cut somebody. But I'm just lightly stretching his skin. I'm just letting it glide. And like I said, with that spray I use, I don't need any gel with this, man. With every client in the lineup, I always like going with the grain first, just to get the baby hairs out of the way, and then I'm going to clean up nice against the grain, make it nice and sharp. Hey, that quality though. His hair for a while, and I know I'm allowed to use the razor in the back. You gotta watch out back here with African American clients, because if you use the shaver, you can probably bump them up. So just ask him. He knows his hair best, and see what the client prefers most, you know. Now I'm going in real lightly with my Kiss Express Black. I don't have the pressure up that high because I don't like overdoing it. I like it look nice and sharp, but I don't want it to look fake, you know. So I'm gonna try to leave it a little bit natural, but then yet I want it to pop, you know. I want it to be like, damn, this haircut's fresh, you know. So same with this side, I'm gonna keep applying it. I can always go back and put more, you know. So be gentle with this. And then this is the magic right here. I'm gonna go back with my hitters, my GTXs, skeletons. Boy, these things hit. Now I'm gonna apply my product. I'm gonna rub it in my hands until it's invisible. Apply it, you know, with the grain. I'm gonna make his waves pop out. You're about to see something in a minute, and I'm telling y'all, this is the money right here. This is where it comes in. These clients, you know, they used to getting a haircut and getting out. Now watch this next service that I'm about to do for him. I went in Orlando and saw Vic Blends and OG Walker, and this is what I learned right here. I apply a nice like olive oil mousse to the hair. I put his wave cap on, and I blow dry it until the waves poke through the head cap. This is the final product, guys. You know, let me know what you think. Give me some feedback. Let me know if you have questions. Man, I think it looks icy, man. I think it looks good. Let me know what you think. The back came out blurry. I'm happy with it, guys. Keep me posted. Let me know what you think.